wanted to make a comment. You talked about how the guys didn't close it out, this kind of thing. And so ladies, from a guy's perspective, now I don't do that kind of thing, but I do know enough just from guy friends and just being a guy that the way that the woman was in that video actually can make things worse, because you have a guy who maybe he's attracted to you and he wants to say something to you walking by, and then you ignore him. So then it's kind of like, okay, maybe she didn't hear me. So then there's let me try again, let me be louder, and the guy might even walk a little bit with you. Like there's a guy that walk. Now that guy was a little extreme. Like to walk that far, that's a little extreme. But the guy might try to walk with you a little bit because, I mean, he's got to get your attention. I mean, come on. This is how we mate, right? You see someone of the opposite sex, or whatever sex you're attracted to, that you're attracted to. The idea is you've got to have some kind of conversation. So if they can't hear you, then you can't do that. You can't assess whether they're interested, they're not interested, or whatever. So you've got to get to the point where they hear you. So if you're ignoring the guy, then it's kind of like, okay, even a nice guy, let me try again, let me be louder. So now it's continuing.
Right.
Then it's like, if you're really, really like, just, I don't want to talk to this guy, you're ignoring them, then that's where it can escalate. Now it's like, okay, the good guy is like, okay, she's not interested, he walks away. Now the bad guy, who you could have handled by just saying thank you and keep it moving, or I got a boyfriend, whatever it is, like somehow shut it down and keep it moving. Now the bad guy, now he wants to get back at you because you dissed him. He's trying to say whatever, and you're with the mad face or whatever, you're all whatever, like, you know, stuck up. Now he wants to get back at you. So now it's kind of like he's gonna keep saying it or whatever, or maybe say something sexual or just something to annoy you purposely because he's annoyed. It's kind of like, he wouldn't want to admit it, but maybe you kind of hurt his feelings a little bit. You know what I mean? Come on, I mean, who wants to be rejected? No one wants to be rejected. Even the biggest jerk or pervert doesn't want to be rejected. We're humans, right? So by you doing that, it's kind of like you've kind of assaulted him in a way. And I know, okay, now you're turning the tables now. We're the victims, you know, you guys are harassing us. But you know what? Guys are humans too. You know what I mean? Like, I understand the predicament of being a woman, but you got to also consider that the guy is human, and they may act like they don't have feelings and they don't have emotions, but they do have emotions, and there's a sense of pride and whatever, and every guy wants to know that, you know, women are attracted to him or whatever. So that's kind of a blow to the ego. And an immature guy, I mean, come on, think about like a teenager. How does a teenager deal with rejection? Not very well. But then you have men that have the maturity of a teenager, so how are they gonna act? It's like a teenager would. I'm gonna try to get back at you. Oh, you think you're so whatever? You think you're so whatever? You ain't nothing. You know, with your flat butt or whatever. You know. So now, and then all you're gonna remember is how inappropriate the guy was and whatever. But you won't realize what you contributed to actually, you know, getting into that point. And again, some people may say, well, they shouldn't be whatever, but I mean, come on, how do we mate, how do we procreate? I mean, especially in a big city like New York, it's busy, it's crazy. I mean, like, look at someone like me. I work in a male-dominated industry. I don't really see women in general, like in terms of work and home, I don't see women. So the only place where you actually meet women would be on the street or something like that, or I have to go to an event or whatever. So if I were, you know, looking for women, I would need to be able to like do like, I mean, I wouldn't do what these guys are doing, but I would need to somehow, you know, be in a spot like this and see someone that I'm interested in and somehow try to stir up a conversation. Bottom line is, that's how we mate. And okay, so you're not interested in that guy, but you can't knock him for trying to find somebody. Now, you can knock him for doing it in an inappropriate way. I mean, hey mama, and, you know, nice butt or whatever. I mean, that's wrong. But a guy simply trying to talk to you, it's like, come on, you know. So I think two to tango, and both sides need to take some responsibility in it.